Hello, I'm Cole Powell, award-winning singer-songwriter from Random Mind Records. If you enjoy what you hear, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, click the bell for notifications. Consider supporting us on Patreon for exclusive perks, including polls and long-form reactions. Also, be sure to check out our brand new arts and media podcast, Words Like That, hosted by me, wherever you get your podcasts. All right, now I'll shut up and get to it.
Can't handle words like that. Words like that. No, no, no.
Okay, so Larkin Poe. We reacted to one song from them. It was a cover, live cover, like in their bedroom or something, of CCR's Fortunate Son. Loved it, thought they sounded great. Unfortunately, there was not a lot of demand for us to continue reacting to them, so I hadn't really got back to it. They've now won the Grammy for Best Contemporary Blues Album, which is this album we're checking out now, so I'm giving another shot here. Maybe we'll pick up some views, get some more demand for checking them out, because I really like their sound. I like listening to them personally.
The cat's in the bag, the bag's in the river, and the river runs deep, and the deep stays down. Better dot your rise, the lie's getting bigger, don't lead them to the needle in the haystack. The deep stays down, the deep stays down, the river runs deep, and the deep stays down. The deep stays down, the deep stays down, the river runs deep, and the deep stays up.
Great lyrics.
I thought I told you that the deep stays high.
Man, yeah, that was fantastic. This was a great opener. Classified as contemporary blues, I've never really understood what classifies something as contemporary blues. To me, I would call this Southern music. It's kind of a term I came up with whenever I was touring. This is about 10 years ago now, and we were playing blends of rock and blues and country. And to me, that's what this music is. This is just it's a Southern song. It's just dripping with the sounds of the South. Lyrically, really strong lyrics here. The idea here about secret keeping, some great metaphors. Suspicion blew up like a shotgun shell, and again, this is very much a Southern culture. If you've ever shot a gun, you know what that is. Zipping your lips, keep the truth in prison. Keeping the truth in prison, that is fantastic. So there's some kind of secret that you don't want to get out. It's going to throw away the key like you can't make bail. Great. The cat's in the bag. You've heard the cat's out of the bag. It means a secret has been let go. The cat's in the bag. It hadn't been let go. So the cat's in the bag. The bag's in the river. So they really, whatever this secret is, they really want to keep it under wraps. And the river runs deep, and the deep stays down, which is the title of the song. Then it gets down into the second verse here. The trap got sprung. Okay, so now this secret is out of the bag. Read it in the paper. It's public, and the paper got read all over this town, so everybody knows this big secret this person didn't want to get out. The jury's still hung. Got a snake oil savior who's trying to catch a fox in the hen house now. Not 100% sure what those lines mean, but I like using the colloquialisms to spin it there. Then we got the chorus again, and then when it brought in the full band, up until that point, it had just been the slide, very straightforward production. You had that trash can sounding percussion going on, and then they bring in the full band. It's hard edge, and it's up tempo, and it's rocky, and then all that drops out, and for the last verse, she goes a cappella. Pray for rain, it's a bone dry summer. Again, this is all very Southern United States imagery. Who they going to blame? Who's going to pay for every single secret that the river don't keep? So once the truth's out, who gets the blame here? Really great stuff. Let's move on to the next one. This is called Bad Spell.
Boy, you cast a bad spell over me. You got me ringing like a doorbell. You got me buzzing like a yellow bee. Boy, you cast a bad spell over me. And when I catch you, you're gonna catch hell. I'ma get you in the first degree. Oh, it's a bad spell.
Yeah, that was another great one. Lyrically, it wasn't as deep and metaphorical and maybe as philosophical, but definitely I feel like accessible. The whole idea of bad romance, somebody casting a bad spell, and they're using all of this hoodoo, voodoo, supernatural, dark supernatural imagery that you hear a lot in CCR John Fogerty stuff, who is my favorite artist. Those of y'all who watch the channel regularly, I'm sure know this already. There's also very much that blues rock vibe, and I feel like that the Black Keys kind of brought that in. Maybe Alabama Shakes brought that in, that the modern blues rock sound in the 2000s, 2010s. This is in that same vein musically. Yeah, that was a great track. Up next, this is Georgia Off My Mind, which is a great title because Georgia on My Mind, very famous song, well known, and they're kind of flipping that on its head. Georgia Off My Mind. Curious to see what this is about. I know they're from Georgia, so let's do it. Yeah. Totally different feel from the previous two tracks. Still in what I would call that southern range. That one even had more of the country as opposed to the blues and rock in there. Again, I know this won Best Contemporary Blues Album, and I've always kind of like, what is contemporary blues? If this is it, I'm all over it. But I really think it was more like, what other genre could this be called? Because there is no, like, Southern music isn't officially recognized as a genre, even though I recognize it as a genre. But yeah, that was easy to listen to, grooving. I love the lyrics here. They're from Georgia. They're talking about leaving Georgia to try to make it big in Nashville, but they missed their home stays. What I got out of here, and there was the Ray Charles song, Georgia on My Mind, makes me think of you, crying, getting homesick, even though maybe they're in Nashville making the career, having fun, making money, getting bigger, but still they miss Georgia. A really, really great way to talk about home and the lyrical spin, the Georgia on My Mind, Georgia off my mind. Great stuff. All right, next up, this is Strike Gold. Looks like this has another video with it, so let's do it. Yeah. Yeah, another great one. That just absolutely rocked. It's in the same southern range. It's country rock blues hybrid. I am really digging this. Lyrically, I feel like that they're talking about making it in the music industry, and they're gonna push through and make it. I love the line, "Ride no coattails, gonna do it myself." So they're gonna do it with just their own talent and fortitude and tenacity and sweat, and they're gonna make it. Rebecca's voice sounds phenomenal, and this music, it reminds me a lot of Mark Broussard, particularly some of his tracks from his first record, like Home or Lonely Night in Georgia. Two great tracks, again, that I would classify as southern. This is kind of right in that wheelhouse, and she also kind of almost has like a female Mark Broussard thing going on with her vocals. This is my personal favorite modern album that I've listened to in a long time. Let's keep going here. This is Southern Comfort. Yeah, that was really good. I feel like overall it's probably the weakest so far of the album. Still really good though, and as far as me personally, really resonated with me as somebody that's from the South. The idea of Southern comfort, wanting to come back home, is a little bit kind of goes along with some of the other songs, some of the lyrics that they got, the Georgia Off My Mind, that they were leaving Georgia and going to Nashville to make it, and then the Strike Gold, they're going to make it big, and then maybe now Southern Comfort is like, maybe they made it big and gone other places outside the South, but they want to come home to the South. Yeah, really enjoyed that. This is going to be the last one I'm going to do for this session. This is called Bolt Cutters and the Family Name. Interesting title. Let's do it.
Gas pedal, high speed, going nowhere fast. Inches ahead of the backlash. I talk a big game, catwalk it, 10 bucks to my name in my hip pocket. You can take me out of the fight. You can take me out of the fight, but you can't take the fight out of me.
Yeah, that was a great blues rock track. Another probably a lesser track from the record so far, but it's just really sassy, swaggering, in-your-face type track. Kind of remind me of a George Thorogood, Bad to the Bone, both musically and thematically. So you got this idea, this really bad character. This person is from a family with a particular reputation, and they're like bad to the bone. You don't mess with them. You've got some imagery of car culture, of mechanic type culture, and carrying a gun. You know, this, you do not want to mess with this. It says you can take me out of the fight, but you can't take the fight out of me. They're ready to go. Maybe they may even be starting the fight. I don't know. But anyway, so we're going to leave it there for this session, and I'm going to come back next week, do the second half of the record. We got 5 tracks left, including the title track, which is up next, Blood Harmony. So I've been enjoying this. Again, one of my favorite records of modern time that I've heard in a long, long time. Hope you're enjoying it as much as I am, and we'll see you next week. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Consider supporting us on Patreon, and we'll see you soon.